MeTV 24 Meridian proudly presents your favorite way to start the day. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. This is Candace, and we welcome you.
Yes, good morning.
We'll have a few special guests this morning as we get ready for the special election, the runoff, that is going to happen today.
That's right. Guest and Michael Cassidy. So if you are planning to go vote, just make sure you know who you want to vote for and that you've done your research on how they've, or what they stand for, I guess is what I'm saying. Yeah.
We'll have Michael Cassidy joining us. We gave the invitation to Michael Guest as well this morning. He could not make it, so we'll have Cassidy on here in just a little while and talk to him as you're getting ready to go vote, see what he has to say today. But we did extend it to be fair to everybody. He could not make it, is what I was told. Thought they could, but they had to back out and change their plans.
Over the phone, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody's got to be somewhere. I'm sure election day, if you're running for office, is
hectic.
Rough. Yeah.
It's probably really hectic.
You ever run for office for anything?
I have not.
I'm going to put you out there.
Not yet.
You pick what you want.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, good morning. We do have a 50% chance of rain today. We're sitting at about 74 right now as we'll climb to a high of about 92 before we get to a heat index of 97. So not as bad, but still a little warm there.
Yeah.
We did have a accident a few moments ago. I don't think anybody was seriously hurt. This happened right off of Highway 493. This would be on Windsor Road around the 3800 block right there. Paramedics were called. It was a one-car accident. I think everybody's okay, but there was a little fender bender there a little bit earlier this morning.
Goodness. Yeah, I do hope they're okay.
Overnight, we had a car fire. You folks up on Piney Hills Road, do y'all know about that? Ooh, boy, as we go to check that one out, right there at Highway 39 in Piney Hills, right there at the intersection, was a car fire.
Goodness.
They got that extinguished.
Was it from a wreck or just
I'm not sure how it happened. It could have been a wreck, but
Yeah.
I'm not 100%. I didn't get pictures on that one.
Okay.
Wasn't as many people stirring real early in the morning to get me pictures of what was going on there. Let's see what else is happening today as we begin today. Lauderdale County, they were kind of busy yesterday as they pulled someone over a regular traffic stop. And as they do, they'll end up checking pockets and whoops, you got some pills. Shouldn't have those. After you get arrested and go downtown, then they find more pills hidden well,
Yeah.
in places that I don't want to see.
Oh.
Boy, am I glad I am not the person that has to do that.
Oh,
But,
yeah,
you know,
that would be
there's
bad.
always that guy that has to do that.
That kind of leaves, that's an open discussion right there. I wouldn't want to, yeah.
Richard Martin was taken into custody yesterday during a routine routine traffic stop. As I said, they found some drugs in his pocket there, and it led to a bond of being about $125,000. Yeah, I can sit back and think of a lot of jobs that I really don't want,
Yeah.
like Mike Rose. That's not my pick.
Yeah. I used to watch that Dirty Jobs show all the time, and he had some majorly dirty jobs. I just wouldn't want to.
There's folks out there in America that work hard every day, and I respect y'all.
Yeah. I do too.
I don't
for sure.
want your job.
Me either.
Denise says she's already went and voted. She was out early. It's
right.
8:03. Yeah, polls opened an hour ago.
I'm going to have to go after work today. I'm trying to get this earbud in my ear. Sorry.
I hadn't put mine in my ear yet.
Well, I just went ahead and did it because it takes me forever. I can't get these things
We're going to
situated.
video that one day of her trying to stick these earbuds in her
I
ear.
still do not have this in my ear right, but I'll have to do it on break.
Good morning from the Children's Museum. J.T. Rigdon, how in the world you doing there, my friend? Now, I briefly mentioned this yesterday, and I showed this earlier this morning. We made a post about it yesterday, about the break-in that was at Meridian Kia, which is across from Johnson Dodge. They had someone in the middle of the night that wanted to borrow a vehicle. Well, it wasn't theirs.
They had their child with them.
Yeah,
too.
shame on them. Now, as we pull this up, I want to show you just how, as you hear, oh, there was a break-in. Well, it doesn't sound that bad until you actually see what went on. Now, this is the car that was struck. What he done was he shot the window out to gain entry. This is what happens is you don't see a lot of bullet hole through windows, but this is what it looks like. This is through the passenger side where he gained entry there. That's the whole view of the car. This is where the bullet come out on the driver's side. And let's take this an extra step and go in the inside of the vehicle. That's what it looks like. That's where it come out. And, of course, a bullet can't stop. It traveled and hit the building here. And here's a closer look at that of where it hit the service department. So easily someone can get hurt. If someone gets shot at a drive-by, this is what these stray bullets do.
Yeah.
He was arrested, as Candace said. He even had his small child with him as he done this. That's on the totem pole there. You're about down here.
Yeah, that's low. I mean, not that somebody that does that really cares what their child thinks, obviously, but, I just can't even imagine what the child was thinking, Scared.
We had a comment that I have no idea who they are. Somebody mentioned that a Kimberly passed away in a jail this morning. I'm not sure who that is. Maybe it's I'm just not aware who that is. But condolences to whoever that may be.
Yes.
We pass along condolences on that. Don't know any details. Welcome. A lot of folks saying they've already got up and went and voted. Daphne
That's
up
good.
in Hickory.
I hope everybody's fired up about it.
There are and I've talked about this probably to y'all, don't want to hear me say it again, but usually it's so few that vote in these runoffs and choose who is going to represent us.
Yeah. And I think that's been the problem with who we've ended up with a lot of times, because people fail to get out and vote. And so maybe everybody's fired up, like I said, about it. I hope that people are wanting change, not only in our state, but come the upcoming elections, nationally. I hope people are, ready for change.
The name that we brought up says it was from Clark County. We'll find out more about that here in just a little bit. I was out and about yesterday. The jet is set in place. I have never seen anything like that. There's a video. If you go to sammedia.network, you can watch here. Here's the video there of where they pick the plane up, lower it down, and this is the end result. It's going to be painted here. That's going to be the new memorial park that is coming before long. And, of course, there's a link to it there that you can click on, and it takes you there to show you. Let me click on this where everybody can see what the end result is going to look like. This is it. One day when it's all finished, the jet will be here. We'll have a wall here and then a walkway and then another place here.
That's very nice, yeah.
So that you can visit that at the East Mississippi Veterans Memorial Park. Find out more about it. Google it. You can do that. They got a Facebook page also.
That's nice. Very nice.
Yeah. So,
gosh, we got a lot of people up this morning watching.
Yeah.
So, Miss Mary Godot, good morning to you. She makes the best tea cakes in the world. She has sent those to me.
Yeah, I would never know about that, would I?
You don't like tea cakes?
No, you remember you got them and said, hey, and then she ate them all.
Okay, if I get some more,
yeah.
I
So
promise to
if
bring
y'all
some.
pass food on to us, don't send it through Candace because it'll never make it to me.
Oh my
You,
goodness!
you thought I forgot about that, didn't you?
Yeah, well, they are really, really good, Scotty Ray.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Yeah, she wolfed them down. Girl's bad when it comes to food, y'all.
No, those tea cakes are addictive, really. She makes the best.
What's Chris Reed got to say? Vote now, vote in November, vote in 24,
I'm gonna
vote
take
in our
this one
next
out.
mayor election.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go. Make sure to do that. It is our right to get out and do that. We got another neighborhood program starting, neighborhood watch program starting in Meridian. I hope you can attend this. This is going to be held at the Velma Young Community Center. It's coming up on Thursday as they organize another one with the Meridian Housing Authority. That may be really a good thing to where if you can get a lot of people with the Housing Authority to take part of this, maybe cut back on some crime. So we hope so. We'll watch that. We'll go out to that and see what happens there. The 10-day clock has started. I mentioned this earlier this morning about the abortion laws in the state of Mississippi. With Roe versus Wade, they have thrown the switch, and it takes 10 days in the state of Mississippi for it to become law. This will go into effect July the 7th is when this will be. Now, all at the same time, the clinic that is in Jackson that does these has filed a lawsuit against the state of Mississippi to stay open.
Well, Mississippi has the trigger law, though, right?
Correct. The trigger
and that
law
means
is
that
into effect.
once the Supreme Court made their decision, it triggers Mississippi into banning it
Correct.
altogether.
And
Right.
July 7th will be there. Now, what they have done is gone back and found something in a court document from 1998 that they say recognize it and they're suing to, I don't think it will make a difference, but they are suing. So we'll watch the case closely there as that comes about.
And from what I understand, if a doctor or anyone is caught doing an abortion
After that?
it's a hefty fine. It's a lot of penalties that go with that. So, I want to say Texas also has the trigger law.
They do?
I think so, yes.
It's roughly 26 states that's going to ban this.
Yeah.
Now, again, the other states, it will be legal. Make no mistake on this. A lot of people have tried to make this law to be, it's the law of the land. It gives each state the right to choose. You have a question there about your tea cakes. They're wanting to know if they're colorful and fluffy and if they sell them in bakeries because they're trying to figure out if it's the same thing.
No, they're not fluffy.
They're not?
They're thin, crispy, melt in your mouth tea cakes.
Well.
Yes, I need the recipe, but I doubt I'll get it.
Well, I hope you do.
I do her daughter Rita's hair, and she brings them to me, and so they are wonderful. Yeah, thank you so much, Miss Mary.
More on the way as we get ready this morning for all going on. We'll speak with Michael Cassidy in just a moment. Don't rush off. We've got that on the way next here with Scotty Ray and Candace. Greg's Fireworks in the Clarkdale community is celebrating 26 years in the business. Open daily through July 5th with the lowest prices and the largest selection around. Did I mention that it's air conditioned? From 500-gram cakes to sparkles for kids, gender reveals, and wedding sparklers. For the lowest prices, new fireworks, and a large selection, you gotta go to Greg's. 145 South in the Clarkdale community. Family owned and operated, and don't forget to say hello to Bo Cephas. The Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville has these great savings this week. Fresh corn 3-pack, $1.79. Fresh Georgia peaches, $1.79 a pound. Vidalia onions, a 2-pound bag, $2.49. Fresh cucumbers, 2 for $1. Heinz tomato ketchup, 32-ounce, $3.99. And certified Angus beef T-bone steak, family pack, $9.99 a pound.
We're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
I got the most difficult phone call you could ever receive. My husband had been in a car accident. He was hit and killed by a distracted driver.
Mary, losing a loved one is always devastating. I'm glad we were there during this difficult time.
And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace as we begin this day. As we've talked about, today is Election Day.
It is.
Boy, I got that all messed up there if you look in the camera there of how I got my little thing going up to my ear.
See, this is how mine looked on this side, so I just took it out. Yeah.
Joining us now, who doesn't have to do that, Michael Cassidy. Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
What is your plans today, and when will you cast your vote?
Well, I've already cast my vote, so we got at least one vote for Cassidy, and I've been doing a couple of radio shows this morning, just calling in to remind people to vote, just like I'm doing right now. Then I'll be going around knocking on some doors just to remind people face to face. I'll be waving signs at a couple of the precincts, and just keeping track of how things are going around the district today.
All right, my question is, where will y'all be tonight when the election results start coming in? Have y'all got a place set up, or are you just doing it from home?
Oh, we're going to be down at 3 Foot Brewing. It's something that it's not going to be closed off, except we're not going to have any like official media presence inside. I want the people like friends and workers to be able to be themselves. But I mean, if you want to come just in your purely personal capacity, y'all are more than welcome to.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. Any final thoughts as people get ready to go out this morning?
Yeah, so it is a pretty big contrast, I would say, between my opponent and myself in terms of me. I am trying to change the way things are in D.C., that we are on a horrible path as a country. And, things aren't going to change if we keep on electing the same old incumbents. So if you want change, you want an America First conservative candidate, somebody who lives in Lauderdale County, then you'll vote for me, Michael Cassidy. So thanks for having me on, and I hope I can get everybody out there's vote.
All right. We appreciate it, and best of luck with everything today, Michael.
All right. Thanks again. Y'all take care.
All right. We'll see you later. Again, it's Michael Cassidy, and I'm going to take this off while I'm here again since I didn't fix my little earphones just right there. But Michael Cassidy asking you for your vote there. As we said, we extended the invitation to Michael Guest, who could not make it this morning with us.
Yes.
So we hate that, but whoever you're voting for, we want to make sure that you cast that vote. It doesn't matter to us who it is.
Because every vote matters, yeah. I mean, it does. And the fact that you get out and vote, you've done your part, you know.
Only those left in mailboxes that didn't get counted. A lot of that goes on.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of information out there.
It is.
A lot of bad information, a lot of good information. So really, you just have to dig into it and decide for yourself.
Boy, you got a lot of stuff to start your fireplace with this winter there if you're saving those things.
I know we got like 4 of the same thing, because like everybody in the house will get something, you know. But anyway.
Christy Skipper, if y'all want to answer her, she asked a question about Michael Cassidy. Y'all are more than welcome to answer, and any type of political question that you have, make sure to put that in the comments. Now, if you're watching us for the first time on television, you've stumbled across us and keep seeing us point to the television and referring to people, you can join us online either on YouTube or Facebook and interact with us while we're live on television, and we talk about your comments.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, if you want us to talk about something, a particular subject, you can always put it up there, and we'll discuss it, you know.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing. I don't know that there's anything out there like this.
No, there's not.
You know.
Cornbread is up. Nick Dowell, all the way from Scuba, Mississippi. Hope you're feeling well, my friend. Also, let's see, the Shriners, they've got the cheese but no onions today. So if you're needing some cheese, drop in and Marion there in Dale Drive and visit with them. I'm still not used to that being called Dale Drive. What happened to Old 45? Boy, you can get lost in this town with these new names every day. I'm going to talk to the mayor of Marion and see if we can't get that fixed. Let's see, and again, here's your to fair on everything. This is the opposing candidate, Michael Guest, who is the current incumbent right now for the third
Congressional
District.
Yeah.
I couldn't get that out. Sometimes it's just a tongue-tied type thing.
Yeah.
We were going to have a special guest, but I don't see her just yet.
Yeah.
I don't know where she's run off to.
Goodness.
Casey, where are you, girl? Come see me. As we begin this day, we do hope it's a wonderful day for you. And let's talk a little bit about weather, as we're going to get some rain today. I want to bring that up if you're not familiar with what's going on with the weather today. There is a 50% chance that we'll get some thunderstorms. Let's throw this up on the screen and look what's coming this week. 91 today, 90, but we've got rain all the way through July the 4th.
Yes.
Now, it's only a 40% chance on the actual July 4th day, so it may just be a little bit cooler.
When I was looking further into like the beach forecast, it's looking like rain too.
Oh, that's right. You're going to do a vacation, aren't you?
Pretty soon, yeah.
Now, you know how often I get, what's the word, you get sucked into reading a survey. And as I read this, I thought this cannot be from actual contestants. It was a question about Miss Alabama. You know, of course, they're going to be having that coming up. And back in 19, I guess they banned swimsuits from the Miss America pageant. And the question was, do you think that there should be swimsuits in the Miss Alabama pageant? So I thought, well, let me read this. And boy, they were really dragging in the Roe versus Wade into this. Women shouldn't be doing this. It would just be birthing hips for men to look at. And I was like, whoa. So what goes through my mind? I go, then why are they selling them? If women really feel this way about swimsuits, why is anybody on the beach wearing one? Why are these Kardashians wearing these skimpy little thingies?
Well, I will tell you this, that swimsuits they've changed. Like, there's more coverage on the swimsuits now, I think. You know, a lot of people are wearing more one-piece swimsuits, or either the tankinis, they call them, and stuff. Yeah. And, I mean, I've never been a big swimsuit wearer. I mean, and so when we... I don't know. I've never felt comfortable. But some of these women wear these string. You might as well get dental floss. And like.
That's true. But let me get this correct. Candace wears the T-shirt over the swimsuit thing. Is that you?
Yeah, I'm one of those.
Yeah, because you see that a lot.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that if you want to.
I don't
but
know.
as I read that, it was just so confusing of the people that were complaining about it. But I see it. Wait, how if America truly feels that way, how are there any sales in this industry? How are they selling these swimsuits? Who's buying them?
I don't think most of America feels that way, but I mean, I've seen people wear not enough clothing in the like out in public.
And you talking about the tube tops.
Tube tops, like stretch
short,
pants,
Daisy Dukes.
and like the leggings. Some leggings are meant to have a shirt over the bottom.
Really?
Like your bottom, yeah. But not
Go-
everybody thinks like I do.
I'm gonna have to go back to the courthouse and do a survey today
Flesh-colored leggings should never be allowed.
because it looks
It
like
looks
you don't
like
have
you
nothing
don't have
on.
anything on. Yes.
Now I did see a funny of a woman that had a dress on that had on the back of it. It was like a cartoon thing that looked like she didn't have anything on. It was funny, and
yeah.
you had to really look close to catch it.
Yeah.
It'd throw you off.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just saw that, and it just made me scratch my head about what.
Yeah,
They-
I think. Yeah, some people get it all out in left field. Like the swimsuit competition shouldn't have a thing to do with Roe versus Wade. I mean,
But
I
boy,
don't-
they sure threw that in there.
right.
House
That's
shoes
just somebody
and
wanting to be heard.
yoga breeches, somebody said, and also house shoes at Walmart. One of the cutest things you can ever do. Just wear your slippers right on the Wally World there, and your
I've
nightgown.
I've seen that. Rollers, the full, yeah.
And if you want to see an extra level higher than that, going down to the Dollar General, sit there about 20 minutes in the parking lot and see what you see.
I think the funniest stuff that I've seen, though, and at first I thought it was just people joking around, but like literally these people were serious. Some of the stuff that they would put on after COVID to try to, they didn't have a mask maybe or keep from getting
welding mask
Oh, yeah.
and whatnot.
You saw like bags over their head, just all kind of stuff, It was really funny, laughable, a lot of it.
We got a major update here.
What?
Cow in the road, y'all. 2 black cows are on the left side of Highway 11 and 80, 1 mile from the Dollar General, headed towards Meridian. That was just about 6 minutes ago.
Be careful.
Candace is in charge of our sound effects for cows this morning. But again, that's Highway 11 and 80, 1 mile from the Dollar General. So if you're in that direction, I'm telling y'all, that's serious. You ever bump into a cow with your automobile?
My daughter hit 3 horses one time.
Hello.
That was awful.
Yeah, that's it's like hitting a brick wall.
She come over a hill and they were in the road.
No way
It
to
was
stop.
No way to stop. It's early in the morning, foggy, but yeah, awful.
Overalls, I do see a few of those. Boy, I'm telling you, as you get older, you'll find out why people wear overalls. That's the most comfortable thing that has ever been made. I may switch to overalls and be junior samples from now on, because I'm telling you, they're comfortable. And remember the thing, was it just a 70s thing? Remember the jumpsuits that the
Jumpsuits are back in
the
style.
guys used to wear, though? Men used to wear?
The one piece things.
Yeah,
that,
with the
my
zip-
papa, he always wore those.
They were papaw breeches.
Coveralls or what? I thought he called them coveralls.
I don't know what you call them.
Yeah.
But they zipped up in the front, and I guess they
his were real lightweight.
Yep.
Like real navy blue.
popular. I saw
Yeah.
some gray ones back in the day.
He wore those all the time.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I don't see those anymore.
women in jumpsuits are really popular now. You can put heels with it or anything. It's really dress it up, dress it down.
We're going to get some modeling going on up in here one morning.
Overalls.
Well, maybe after we get the new studio built.
I used to have a pair of overalls now.
What'd you do with them?
I have no idea. But they were big in style when my daughter was a little girl, my oldest daughter. She's 26 now, so anyway.
Cornbread is correct. He loves wearing. And the pockets that you got for the junk that you tote every day,
Yeah.
it's just phenomenal.
I know.
You'll find that down at the co-op if you're looking for some. Sad news as we look at this, and I did bring this up this morning, if this is your second time to watch our broadcast, as we go to Texas, it is one of the most horrible things that you can imagine. As I said, you cannot ever talk about anybody wanting to do better for themselves and make it to America. We are the land of the dreams and making things come true, and people will get here any way they can. In Texas, they found 46 people deceased in a 18-wheeler from heat being smuggled into the United States. Now, there were others that did live, but 46 people died. Greg Abbott is hot. He's mad. He blames the Biden administration over this for trying to make it easier and encouraging people to come to the United States. 46 people lost their lives. And again, they were somebody's mother, somebody's child,
Right.
somebody's brother, and they just wanted to do better for themselves. We don't blame anybody for wanting to come here.
But they also talked about people sex trafficking people, like having them in the backs of things. That's dangerous.
Very.
But that all this having people come in illegally and just letting people in by leaps and bounds. I mean, it's just like brings all that other stuff on, the sex trafficking and drugs and.
That's right. So keep them in your thoughts. That is just a bad thing.
Horrible.
Saw that, and I talked about that this morning. They featured that on a lot of, like Walker, Texas Ranger. I think that was on an episode of smuggling and people getting hung in trucks. I think they may have even had that one time. Am I right, on Yellowstone? Somebody trapped in the back of an 18-wheeler. Wasn't that one of the episodes?
I can't remember.
It's hot in there.
It is.
Watch your pets as well as we get ready to leaving things in the car. We had a Amtrak derailment yesterday. 50 people were injured. 3 people lost their lives near Kansas City. A dump truck was trying to cross, as I can't get that word out, and it hit the dump truck and caused the derailment. More thoughts there.
Yes.
Ooh, we got a birthday up there.
That's right. Christy Skipper says happy birthday to her son, Ethan Skipper. He is 20 years old today. We hope you have a wonderful day today.
Do you remember
nice.
Do you remember 20?
I do. I remember 20. Because I remember thinking, where'd my teens? They just flew right on by,
Most people were trying to get to that 21, and then after you reach that 21, somewhere around 29, you realize, whoops, let's back this train up.
Well, from 20 to 30, it's just like you blink your eye.
It is.
And then from 30 to like the age I am now, 48, it's just, it flies by. It goes way too fast. The older you get, the faster it goes. And I've always heard that.
And you
It's
don't
very
believe
true.
it when you're younger, do you?
It is so true. And then I have clients who are like in their 80s, and they're like, time goes by so fast,
Right.
So,
Tony says, I might be thinking of that scene in Yellowstone where they put the 2 guys in a horse trailer and slammed on brakes.
the guys they had attacked that woman or
Yeah.
something, yeah. And then they opened it up.
Whoops. That will happen there. That may be, you may be right. That may be what I'm thinking of there. When does the new season of that come out? I have to admit I'm hooked.
Well, I asked the other day. I don't know. And the 1883, is that the other?
The prequel, yeah.
Yeah. We've been watching that, trying to catch up on that.
Now, I hadn't watched any of it.
It's good.
It is?
It is good, yeah. It's really good.
Tim
It's got Tim
McGraw.
McGraw and Faith Hill.
Sam Elliott.
It's really good.
Filmed there in Granbury, a lot of it, Texas.
It's a good show.
As we find, and I brought this up, always make sure you know who's taking care of your parents when you're at work. They had this happen in Ohio where a woman was taking care of an elderly 93-year-old man. She decided she needed a few items of her own on his credit card, charged up $50,000. And what do you do at that point? She thought she'd get caught. So, well, she started trying to poison him to get rid of him. She's been arrested for attempted murder.
It's awful.
People will do anything.
Yeah.
It's just, how do you not think that you will get caught? Now, here is a landmark decision in the United States. I don't know if everybody's up to date on all of this, but the Supreme Court's been busy this week. A high school coach that prayed on the football field, he fought it all the way to the Supreme Court, and they have ruled in his favor. He can pray. Is that the first time we've heard this? Like every other thing I've ever heard, they're getting sued. They can't pray. They lose their jobs.
Right.
All because they pray. Maybe some values are coming back.
Didn't he lose his job?
I believe so.
Yeah. And so, they have ruled in his favor, which is a great thing. I just think it's crazy. It's not like he was trying to make others
Yeah, it
do
happened
it.
back
He just
in
wanted to go
2015 is where that all went on. So that is a big step in the right direction. Imagine if we had somebody else at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, of what could be done.
I hope that these, like the Roe versus Wade and this, I hope there's fixing to be a wave of morals come back to this country.
It would
I
be
really,
nice.
I hope it is. Because when they rule in somebody's favor, it's done. I mean, if you don't
Yeah.
agree with it, then
It's the law of the land. That's what we put there.
and that's either way, if you, good or bad, if you don't agree with it, it's still their ruling. So.
Boy, if Amy hadn't have gotten in there that last moment, it wouldn't have turned out that way. That was a last moment thing for Donald Trump to do.
Yep.
Ooh, let's see. Did anybody watch the TV show ER?
I used to watch it all the time.
An actress, Mary Mara, if I'm pronouncing her name right, Mara, has passed away at the age of 61. She drowned this week. I think it was yesterday in the St. Lawrence River.
I wonder which actress she is.
This lady here, if that does anything. I didn't watch the show, so I don't know her.
I don't know.
Of course, that comes from Daily Mail, if you know more about her. I was not an ER.
Yeah, I don't remember her in it, but that's awful that happened.
It is.
Horrible.
Drowning. We find out now that Elvis has overtaken the box office, the #1 movie over the weekend. Elvis brought in $31 million. Maverick over the weekend brought in 29. It etched it out there by a couple of million there. So we may have to go watch us some Elvis. I'm seeing everything in Tupelo, Mississippi, where they're saying, hey, y'all expect things to pick up now with this movie coming out, with more travel coming to the state of Mississippi.
I've seen a couple of scenes that from the movie Elvis, and I think he's got it spot on. He really did a great job. So
He just looked like him a little more.
yeah, he favors him a little bit, but
Let's pull up the picture here where you can see him. That's the
he
picture.
favors him.
It's similar, but
In real life, though, his hair's not that dark. It's more of a light brown. But
there you go. But if you're a big Elvis fan, I think you want to see that. And maybe this will introduce a whole new audience to Elvis Presley that have no idea who Elvis is.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, shockingly, there are people that don't know.
I can't imagine.
Oh, they're out there. They're out there.
Goodness.
By far, to me, bar none, the most talented individual that ever sang a note. To me. But not everybody agrees with me, and, well, you've got that right to choose that. Scotty Ray and Candace, bright and early on this day. I do hope you're having a wonderful day. More on the way.
It's just as important for a family to have their yard mowed before a birthday party as it is for someone to get hay out of the field before rain comes. They're both that important to us.
Dealing with parish is not just a product, it's the people that are there to help you. They're kind of like family, and it's just kind of like having another partner out here on my land.
Bring in the 4th of July with a big bang from the Red Fireworks Barn on Highway 19 South. East Mississippi and West Alabama's largest fireworks retailer. The Red Fireworks Barn is fully stocked and open for your 4th of July needs, including hundreds of new arrivals. From small to family packs, the Red Fireworks Barn offers the largest selection again with the best prices around. Home with a no-dud guarantee. Remember the name, the Red Fireworks Barn, for your 4th of July celebration, Highway 19 South in Meridian. See Charlie today. Well, as we visit our friend Chet, you'll find him out at Chet's Paint and Body, located right in Center Hill. Great folks there that know you well. They take care of you when it comes to your car. You don't have to wonder what's going to happen if it's going to be done right. Word of mouth is one of the best things. Ask anybody. I challenge you that. You're not going to bump into anybody that hasn't been happy with Chet. He takes care of business. That's why. Color matching that's perfect. If you'll see that, your car isn't two-tone in the parking lot like others. We all have seen those cars. 737-2961 is the number to call. Whether it's a small scratch or you've been T-boned, well, somebody just totally smashed up your car, they can put it back to the way it was. Usually a car is going to get that front end damage.
Yeah.
And there's rattles and weird things if it's not done right. Have it done correctly. See Chet. They'll explain the whole process, how it's done. This is where they take care of business inside the paint booth to make it look right. Classic cars and a whole lot more. See them. Insurance claims are welcome. They'll walk you through that process of how it's done. And seriously, there's so many people that have never used insurance before and know how that stuff works. Right. Talk to them. Again, 737-2961. You'll be glad you did. You'll make a friend along the way with Chet as well.
That's right. They do a great job.
See, already, 8:33? All right, let's turn back some pages and go back and find what happened on this date. One of the most funniest guys responsible for Men in Tights. Anybody ever watched Blazing Saddles and laughed? Well, I did. He had Gov written on the back of his tuxedo. As we go back, Mel Brooks was born on this date back in 1926. Love the scene at the end where they all fought. Then the two cowboys ride off in the limousine at the end of the Western. You did watch that, did you?
I didn't. I might have seen a few snippets of it, but I didn't sit and watch the whole thing.
Oh, my gosh. Gene Wilder was so funny.
Yeah. No, I mean, Gene Wilder was really funny. What's this guy's name?
Wasn't he also...
He was on the Carol Burnett.
Yeah. He
can't
played
remember his first name.
Hedley Lamar, I think was his name in that but I don't know what his real name is.
I
But
just know he always started laughing when
Yeah.
you try to,
Carol Burnett, I think he was even in he was in the curtain rod scene with Scarlett on Carol Burnett.
Yes, and
He played Red.
Yeah, and he and Tim Conway together was just hilarious.
Yeah, Mr. Tudball. Let's go back. And speaking of funny things, 1946.
Harvey Korman.
That's his name. Thank you, Kim. We appreciate that. Also, Roy knew it.
Yeah.
We just are not up to date on our knowledge.
Well,
like
I was going to
everybody
say
else.
Harvey, but I couldn't remember. I was going to say Harold too. So.
It's close. What's his name?
Yeah.
And then if you really can't think of it, call him Sport. Hey, Sport.
But we've got another.
Saturday
star.
Night Live, and she had a connection with Gene Wilder, and that would be that it was her husband.
That's right. She was very funny on Saturday Night Live, Gilda Radner. And she played Rosanna Dana, the news anchor lady with the hair that was like this big.
And Rosanna had the W and everything that she Barbara Wawa.
Yeah, right. But she'd say, "Hey, I'm Rosanna Dana."
It was funny.
She was very funny. You got to go back and look at some of the things if you haven't seen them.
We don't have it. Now, this lady has been in a lot more films, and she was in, and I can't place the film, which movie it was, but it was a Western about Jesse James. She played Jesse James' mother. And, of course, we all know that Jesse James' mom gets killed, and, well, it makes Jesse mad.
Yeah.
But he has to go settle the score. But remember this lady? Kathy Bateman. She was also in Titanic and so many other movies.
She played the mother in a lot of things. Wasn't she like, was Adam Sandler's mother in that one where he goes to play football or something? Was it Waterboy?
The Waterboy. Yes, she was.
Yeah.
How could
They
I
were
have
from
forgotten?
Louisiana.
What mama is wrong again.
Yeah.
It's the devil.
But she is a Misery. Did you mention that a while ago? Where she
did not.
beats the guy's kneecaps.
I had one of those moments to where I could see her face and know that she'd been in all that. I forgot about the Waterboy.
Yeah, she's a very good actress.
And then she tackles the cross-eyed daddy there at the end there that left her. What was his name? He changed his name to Robert instead of Robert.
Robert. I don't know.
Moved to New Orleans and never came back again. Was she in Driving Miss Daisy?
I don't know. She might have been.
It could be. I just don't remember that. She was in The Family That Prays. She was awesome. I didn't see that movie either.
Yeah.
I'm
Good in anything she's done. I've never seen her do a bad.
Fried green tomatoes. Boy, we are learning a lot this morning. But a great actress she was.
Yeah.
The next guy, he's only got one thing going for him. He's not been in any movies or anything like that. He just happens to be the richest man in the entire world. Elon Musk is celebrating a birthday today, born in 71. So that would make him 51-ish? Is that about right?
Yes. I'm 48. I was born in 74. So.
Yeah, we're close. I ain't going to go to adding on TV.
That would be right, I think.
Janice Bounce's The Blind Side. Was she in that also?
She was the lady who was his tutor, wasn't she?
Could
she
be.
tutored him.
My wife
was
has
helping
watched
him.
that
Was she-
movie. The Blind. Everybody's saying it. So yes, she must have been. My wife has watched that movie so many times it ain't funny.
It is a good movie.
That it's going to be that or Con Air on those TBS reruns. Who remembers watching Gomer Pyle? Now this guy was in more movies than that, but this would be the show that you would remember him as Sergeant Carter. He was a good actor. He had a heart attack at the age of like 51 or 53. He left us early in 1974. His name was Frank Sutton. You remember him?
I do remember him. We watched him not too long ago with
Gomer.
Gomer Pyle.
Good show with great
I
values.
think Gomer Pyle drove him insane on that show.
I can see how that would happen.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a Gomer in his life. This next young lady's been trying to find outfits that fit her because I tried to find just a calm picture to put over her picture and I couldn't find it. But somebody needs to get her a big T-shirt. We'll say that. Happy birthday goes out to Kelly Pickler, who is celebrating a birthday today. If you remember, she won American Idol also. Now, I only think she really had, her biggest would have been that red high heels.
Yeah.
That career.
But she's also acted on.
Oh, has she?
On Lifetime movies.
That may be her new career.
Christmas Lifetime movies, a couple of them, But and she does okay in that.
Okay.
She's not seasoned as
Like
much
the
as
rest
some of the
of them.
other ones are, but I think if she stays with it, she will be.
Kelly Pickler. But I don't think the singing career is booming at this point. I may be wrong on that.
It seems like she got married at some point, and then it's kind of like she kind of fell out of the limelight.
The limelight, yeah, so to speak there.
And maybe that was her choice. So, I don't know.
A lot of people do that at the height of their career. They go, time for me to take a break.
I had enough, yeah.
And if the LA scene, I can almost see that. Boy, that's you think politics is bad, go to Hollywood.
Yeah.
1996, this would debut. I remember taking the Angie took the kids to see this, and it was funny. It really was a funny show. Who remembers watching The Nutty Professor?
That was funny.
Eddie Murphy. And what I didn't realize at the time, that was a remake of the original one. That was a whole remake. That was not a new show.
See, I did not know that.
Also, 1997, you remember this, and when I say this, you'll go, oh yeah, I remember that happening.
Yeah.
Who gets into a boxing match and you can't win, that you go ahead and bite your opponent's ear off? Well, it happened today, back in 97.
I remember that. God. Can you imagine? I mean, you're fighting and somebody bites the whole part of your ear off down here.
Yeah, that's kind of strange.
That's awful.
But that did
Crazy.
happen on this day.
Yeah.
It was 1999. Y'all remember this? Something like that. Tim McGraw released his song, Something Like That. Went down in history after that. That is so hard to believe that song is 20-something years old now.
I know. But, he does a really good job acting in that 1883.
Tim McGraw was a great actor from
He really is.
Friday Night Lights.
Faith Hill didn't. I mean, she's pretty good too, in
And
that.
Tim and I may vote different. He may vote one way, I vote another, but he is a really good person. I can't give Tim McGraw enough kudos on what a good person he is.
Right.
Doesn't matter what you vote, it's who you are. And Tim is good. He doesn't forget people along the way. 2010, this has been, 12 years ago. Golly, is all I could say. Do y'all remember this song? The House That Built Me?
That's a really good song. Every time I hear that song, it makes me think of my childhood,
It does. Somebody drew a line, how old you were, marked how tall you were.
Right. Because everybody, has memories about growing up at some point in a house that you grew up in, And
it does make you. Those memories, they make what you are later. 2003, you would go to the movie theaters, and a lot of people went. And they even like this guy even more now. I think this was the second installment of this. Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl.
I heard yesterday that he possibly is going to be Jack Sparrow again.
After he'd said, no way, no how.
I think they've offered him a whole lot of money.
Like the
to
moon?
do it. Yeah, to do it. So
and I don't know where it ever come on that, where they were going to change the movie up and it was going to be all women cast. And I think that didn't go over too well.
Yeah, I don't think that would be as good.
I'm
all for women having roles.
Let's just
but
admit
a total pirate woman, maybe. I don't know about that.
It's not very ladylike, is it? But normally this doesn't work. We go back to the late 80s to where they tried to replace Bo and Luke with Coy and Vance. Nobody liked it.
Yeah.
It just kind of flopped. And that's the same situation, I think.
Yes.
Denise said that Faith was in the movie, the remake of The Stepford Wives.
Yeah, I tried to watch a little bit of that. I don't know.
And Roy?
I don't know that would have been a great first role. I don't know. Maybe that wasn't her first role in acting, but I don't know.
Jerry Lewis, as Roy reminds us, was the first Nutty Professor. And he was a funny guy. It was on this date back in 2016 that we would lose a music legend. And you go, well, what's so special about this guy? He was the guy that brought you, that stood beside Elvis Presley when it all began, and we'd be with him to the end. Scotty Moore passed away on this date back in 2016. He was his guitar player for many, many, many years, as long as Elvis had his career. A part of the original Memphis Mafia, as they put it. As you see, it is interesting to think that it really started with Elvis. As you watch all of the rappers that have their entourages of 40 people following them, Elvis was the one who started that. He had people that stayed with him 24/7 that surrounded him. So, leave it up to old Elvis there.
He was definitely a popular guy back then.
Yeah. Scotty Ray and Candace, we hope you're feeling good. We're on the way this morning.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, day beds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the back porch.
Spring is here, and it's time to quit spending all of your weekend cutting grass when you could step up to a Skag zero-turn mower. Freeman Tractor in Collinsville has the #1 rated zero-turn mower, Skag, with cutting widths from 36 inches to 72 inches. Skag, the #1 choice of professional landscapers because they know nothing outcuts or outlasts a Skag. 0% financing for 48 months with payments starting as low as $129 a month. Stop by Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 and see coleslaw or buttermilk.
I'm Richard Schwartz. If you've been in an auto accident, don't hesitate to call for legal help. Remember, the first 10 days following an accident are crucial. I am Richard Schwartz, and I'm here to help you.
Call. You know, I was talking with Amanda just a day or so ago, and we were talking about housing. And if you really want a house, talk to them. Let them show you the wide variety of what's offered in our area. And if for some reason it's not up, the home that you want, tell them what you're looking for, the school district or the area that you want. When it becomes available, Amanda and her team will call you there. A lot of folks use them.
And if you see something that you like, you better act very quickly because, I mean, it's competitive out there. People are buying every day.
Right. I almost think that this house is under contract now. If you were getting ready to move to Bailey, I think it is under contract. Beautiful home right here.
It is.
As we come across, we've got northeast to Cab. We even go out to Dalewood. A lot of pictures to choose from and homes in different areas. No matter if you're looking for Neshoba, Clark, Kemper, all the way over to the Jackson area, they'll help you out there in Brandon, Flowood, name it. They're there. You even go on down to Enterprise. Be a part of the community there. Go to Enterprise High.
Yeah.
See them there. Also, Lake Ross Collins homes available as we go out to Marion, Mississippi. See, there's something for everyone in every neighborhood. Just look for it there. Talk to them, 453-3937, or visit SnowdenRealEstate.com. Visit them at Poplar Springs. Walk in the door. That's Amanda. She'll help you and her friendly staff there. Again, the number to call, 601-453-3937, is get you in the front door there. Keys to your new home is right around the corner.
There's some really nice houses.
There's only one thing about moving that's not good.
What?
Moving.
Yeah.
As Dylan Ray called me, he's having to change apartments while he's finishing up whenever Mississippi State will turn him loose because the rent went astronomically high, so he's having to switch places. And I went up to him and he goes, "Where'd all this junk come from?" So we were loading couches and things of that nature, and I got to hold it for him for a month.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, it's crazy how much rent is in different places.
We did find his banana that he lost.
Oh.
That fell over behind the stove.
Oh, gosh. I'm surprised fruit flies didn't find it.
Oh.
You know, those little things can find any little piece of anything.
Nationwide, they're saying so far that 1 million people have switched from Democrat to Republican Party. That's on a nationwide scale, not in the state of Mississippi, but a nationwide scale there. I almost think Judge Clarence Thomas has a point here. And of course, he is a Supreme Court justice. And if you'll remember back in the days, they didn't want him in there either. If y'all remember, was her name Anita in the Coca-Cola thing? They tried to block him from getting in, but he did make it there. But he says that Americans are more interested in their iPhone than what's in the U.S. Constitution and what your rights are as an American. They're more interested in what's going on there. Yeah. He may have a point, mightn't he?
He might. And, you know, I just think the Constitution has just been trampled on in the last couple of years, really. You know, people don't try to uphold the Constitution like they should and go by it. They want to change things and you know, develop their own way of doing things.
Right.
And disregard the Constitution, and they shouldn't do that. I mean, I'm glad that people are trying to uphold it.
Now, let me ask this. This is floating everywhere. Now, you can find this on many, many websites. Let me pull this up. This is about Nancy Pelosi. And this is the lady, Myra Flores. She's being sworn in. And if you've seen this, here's the video. This comes from Daily Mail. And again, watch this to her left here. Now,
she shoved her?
Yeah. Now, they're making a pretty big deal out of this. And She says she didn't notice when Nancy done it to her daughter. And as you'll look at this, it was during her swearing-in ceremony. Did Nancy do wrong, or did she mean anything by it? What's your take on that? You saw it.
I don't know if she was like she was waving, and then I don't know if she was like trying to get her to wave too, or move over, little girl.
Nancy says she meant nothing by it. She was nudging her to say, we're getting in a picture of, get ready for the picture. Now, that could be. I don't think it's anything harmful, but boy, that sure has made a lot of press across the United States. You watch it, you interpret it the way you think that it was done there.
Have you been keeping up with the stuff about her husband, getting
anything new on
DUI?
that?
Well, I just heard the other day that he possibly could serve some jail time.
Front row.
So, yeah.
That's, he was drunk driving.
When there was an accident. And so, anyway.
They're saying that monkeypox is growing 12 times faster than they thought it would. This is, we'll watch this. I think the last count I saw was around 300 cases in the United States. And if you're going, what is it? It swells up on your body.
It looks like it favors smallpox.
Yeah.
Is what I've heard. And it looks awful. So.
As we go to Wisconsin, and I don't know a lot about Wisconsin that much, other than Paul Ryan is from there, isn't he?
I'm not sure.
I want to say they got a bunch of cheese up there, Wisconsin cheese. Yeah. Am I wrong in saying that one of them football teams, they have like a cheese square for their team? Yeah.
I don't know. I know they have those hats that look like a big slice of cheese.
I'm just thinking maybe y'all ought to pick out a different hat. Down at Mississippi State and Alabama, that's what we're thinking.
Not a good
But
look.
the Wisconsin Democrat governor, his name is Tony Evers, vows clemency for doctors charged or performing abortions after the trigger laws go into effect for his state. Just thought you might want to know that. I did find that headline yesterday. And again, that's coming out of Wisconsin as we look at that. Now,
well, see, that shouldn't happen. I mean, he should be.
That's what you go back to being trampled on the Constitution when it's law. I thought I would save this because Angie tells me this all the time. Watch that little dog. When we had JJ, God rest his soul, before something happened to him, when he would go out, we have hawks in the backyard. She's always talking about a hawk could get him.
Yeah, because they can. I've seen them pick a cat up. No lie.
Eagles do that too, and this is the next video, and I did find this. I want to show you this here. This is Daily Mail also. That poor little dog got picked up, and he got away, and he ran back home. Did you see him get picked up there?
Yeah, I saw. I didn't know if that was a little dog.
Yeah, it's a little bitty dog. He's about yay big.
Oh, goodness.
And he gets picked up, and the eagle drops him.
Yeah, I watched I'm glad he got away, but I watched a cat be toted across the road. And it looked like it was by a big hawk. And the hawk couldn't fly real high because the cat obviously was heavy. But
she'd been eating a bunch of cat food.
Yeah, but it grabbed the cat. So if you have a little dog that you're letting out to go.
Les says an owl got his mother's Yorkie.
Yeah.
Whoa. That can't be good. It's Packer fans we're finding out with these cheese. Somebody send them an email and ask them to change that. It looks odd.
Yeah, it does. Someone said crows will pick up a chicken. I don't know about that. I didn't know that. But y'all have yours in a closed in.
Yeah, our chickens are up in there to where they can't be getting away.
Right.
Angie has a little list and tells them how many they got to produce each day.
I'll tell you another thing y'all need to be watching for, though, is snakes. They're out.
Yeah.
Our dogs, the other night, we were, my husband was hanging a swing for our son, and the dogs went crazy over in the little edge of the bush line, bushes.
Yeah.
A copperhead in there, coiled up.
I've heard more about copperheads this year than anything.
Yeah. And the bad thing is when Kurt went to get the gun, when he come back, it was gone.
So he's still there.
Yeah,
he's still around.
the next morning he was down there cutting trees down, cleaning up the whole area, so it's nothing there now. There's no weeds or anything.
Yeah,
so.
clean won't get rid of them totally, but it sure makes it where you can see them.
Right.
That old high grass.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I don't know if the snake away stuff works, but I'm gonna go get some and mothballs and just line the whole area.
Throwing this out there, Candace. You ever thought that since you have a big lake in front of your house that a water moccasin could slither up underneath the door? You know how they flatten themselves, come in on? You ever thought about that?
Well, yeah.
I thought I'd put it in your head.
Well, I will say this is crazy. I know this sounds crazy because I do not like snakes, but I think Kurt found little eggs And we think they're snake eggs. So what do?
What do you do?
We put them in a container so we can watch and see what hatches out. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me know how that turns out.
Yeah. I've got it covered with like something where you can see.
Let's go get you. Scotty Ray and Candace, good morning.
One of the most important places to you is your home. That's why Patrick Allen Companies is proud to provide style, functionality, and security to your home. There's nothing quite like a well-designed overhead garage door or vinyl replacement windows, or the safety of a storm shelter to help your family feel protected. Patrick Allen offers doors and windows for commercial and industrial with dozens of innovative designs. Patrick Allen Companies, safety, service, and satisfaction.
Greg's Fireworks in the Clarkdale community is celebrating 26 years in the business. Open daily through July 5th with the lowest prices and the largest selection around. Did I mention that it's air conditioned? From 500-gram cakes to sparkles for kids, gender reveals, and wedding sparklers. For the lowest prices, new fireworks, and a large selection, you gotta go to Greg's. 145 South in the Clarkdale community. Family owned and operated, and don't forget to say hello to Bo Cephas. Maple's one-stop shop is there for you today. And, of course, some great gasoline prices there at the country store. $3.99 last check a gallon.
Oh, that is very good, yeah.
Roughly 30 cents cheaper than anywhere else you'll find it. They got breakfast being served this morning. We invite you by either Causeyville or Chevron. Either. Yes, either. Let me get that right there. Bacon is just some kind of good. I love it. Can't miss out on it. Of course, we're getting ready for the menu to be released for us here in a little bit. Well, they'll have a great one coming out. Check that out along with your coffee, the Loyalty Coffee Program and cold drinks. Everybody needs an A&W root beer every once in a while. Or a Sun Drop.
That's right. Oh,
Now,
Sun Drop. Yeah, that used to be the
much
best.
on. What do you call those little cherry type drinks there? No, that's not my style.
Knee highs.
Yeah, knee high. That'll make you go woohoo if you drink that. Of course, candy bars and a whole lot more, including Doritos. Pizzas, you can take advantage of that. And ice cream, when you get absolutely hot and got to have some more. Anything that you're looking for there, along with lottery tickets and more. You'll find it at Bonita, Pine Springs, Causeyville, or you can drop into Last Chance, Broadmoor, and the 31st Chevron store. A lot to offer you there. I hope you'll visit with them, do a little business with them as well.
Do you ever drink Coke floats?
No.
Yeah, where you pour a Coke over vanilla ice cream and eat it.
I've heard of it, but I can't say I've ever had
Well, my
one.
grandmother used to take those peach knee highs and pour those over vanilla ice cream. It'd be like a peach float. It was pretty good.
I had someone convince me one time to try cherry Coke.
Yeah, I don't like cherry Coke.
That's not my thing.
Me either.
Ooh, that'll make your lips pucker up.
I know.
And the worst thing, I think the worst thing that can happen to a Southerner, and y'all know I'm fixing to tell the truth, I'm going to get a hallelujah from the amen crowd over here, is sitting down and thinking you're fixing to take a big old swig of sweet tea and it's unsweet.
Oh, yeah.
And that face that you make.
I know. That is the worst.
That is a
But,
horrible
You know,
feeling.
I'm not a big drinker, but I will say this. I saw this dill pickle flavored vodka. Have you ever heard of that?
Never.
I saw that the other day. I cannot imagine that being good, even if you were a vodka drinker. I just, dill pickle flavor is taking over everything.
I've seen people take, and no kidding on this, dill pickle after it's finished and put them into ice trays and freeze it, and then people lick that.
No, I mean, I like dill pickles. I mean, I'm
I
not
do too,
against
but I
dill
ain't-
pickles, but I'm just saying dill pickle vodka.
But am I also right that dill pickles is supposed to be good for when you have like a
Cramps.
muscle cramp? Yeah.
Leg cramps. They say that a lot of people will take a jar of pickle juice to sporting events if they're, playing, just to take a swig of it if they get leg cramps.
Learning more and more about this. Let's see here. What else did we got? Just a moment or two left that we could talk about something as we're getting near the top of the hour. One of the moms, and you have to give her kudos there, of the Texas incident that happened at the school where those children were killed. She was cuffed and told that she couldn't go in the school. She managed to jump the fence, get in there, and get her child out before all that happened.
Yeah. I can't imagine being a parent with something like that going on.
We're making the big move on Monday to Fox 30. Don't forget. It's going to wrap everything up for today, Candace.
It is. Y'all stay cool. It is a cooler day, I think, but try to stay cool if you're working outside and stay safe, and we'll see you back at 8 a.m. in the morning.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: